Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. In one of our last few videos with the new Eastonmade Evo, we have mentioned that as a one-man band down here, it's kind of a waste to have a processor that's this fast because I personally cannot keep up with it between keeping it fed, keeping the finished product off the end of the conveyor, moving out the door, and keeping up with all the scrap. And really to maximize a machine like this, you need to have 2 or 3 different guys. And so today we're going to try to fix that problem. I've got 2 retired neighbors, recently retired, so they're still young enough to be worth something. And they're bored. They wanted to come down here and help me stack some wood. So that's what we're going to do today, is see how much wood we can make if we've got 2 other guys that are stacking wood and helping do some other things in and around the processor. But we have been making a ton of firewood lately. Let me give you a quick tour of just how much wood we've made in the last 9 days. So again, this is in the last 9 days. I've got 10 full IBC totes there. That works out to a little over 3 cords. And then on the back side of the building over here, we've got another 16 right here. And then I've got another 3 IBC totes. Now these ones here, these are all cherry, so I've kind of got those set up separately. But what is that? 10 and 16, 26. 29 baskets. That's about 10 cords of wood we've made in the last 9 days. So one bottleneck we're running into with this barrel screener is that the outfeed conveyor cleats are not grabbing the wood and pulling them out of the barrel. So you can see it keeps backing up here at the end of the barrel. And then I come over here and knock it down just for it to happen again. But I'll show you why that's happening here in a second. So as some of these pieces of wood are coming out of the barrel and into the conveyor, they get kicked sideways a little bit. And what will happen then is the opening or the trough of the conveyor is only about 15 inches wide, and these pieces of wood are 16 inches wide. So then they get kind of wedged in the trough and float just a fraction of an inch above the cleats of the conveyor. And so you can see that's what happens then, is then the cleats are not tall enough to grab the wood and pull it out. And I think part of the reason that these pieces of wood are getting turned sideways is because we reduce the angle of the barrel screener to keep the wood in the tumbler longer to get more scrap out. But what that's doing is it's slowing the wood coming out of the barrel screener and giving it more time to kick sideways. I think because we turned the barrel screener 90 degrees to the end of the conveyor on the firewood processor, so the wood now has to change direction, so it's already slowing down. I think we could increase that angle and speed up the wood coming out of the end of the barrel here.
I think if that wouldn't have got jammed up, I mean,
You were keeping up with it,
keeping up with it. Yeah.
I kept looking over and I'm like, shit, I gotta make wood faster. These guys have that trailer empty.
It don't take long too to stack it in there.
Yeah.
No, we can get her done. There's no doubt about it.
Let
me get this thing on.
I'd like to know how fast we can fill one of these.
now.
What kind of time frame are you talking about filling this one?
I bet we do it in about 10 minutes.
You think
15
so?
minutes.
15, I'd say 15.
I'm guessing.
Well, it depends on, I ain't got a feel on how fast.
Yeah.
Mom, this is
Hi, boys.
Wayne,
Hi, Wayne.
Wayne and Brent.
Hi, Brent.
They both live just down the street here.
Right across the road from me down here.
There's a couple of retired neighbors, that's all.
Yeah.
I'm retired too, so here we all are.
All right, virtual high five.
I know, really.
If you want something done, hire somebody with gray hair, right?
Wayne has stacked all of these baskets the last couple
Wow.
days.
Good.
So
Okay.
All right, so in 3 hours time, we were able to make 6 baskets. I think right there was the cutoff. So we made these 6 baskets, which works out to about 3 cords of wood, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you got to keep in mind that is going from log form, cut, split, disc screened, and cleaned, and then stacked and put away. And not only did we get the wood stacked and put away, but we also cleaned up the wood yard down here too. I got all the sawdust out. I raked up a little bit over here. The only thing we still have to do is empty out the Ultratech. It's getting full again. And I got the live deck loaded again, so we're all ready to go for next time to make more wood. But yeah, so all of that done, 2 cords of wood in 3 hours. I think that's pretty good. Now keep in mind, we're not running nice, straight, pretty firewood poles from a log truck through this machine. What we're running out is material that we took out of our woods when we did a timber stand improvement. Basically any trees that were dead or dying, or multiple stem trees, or they had a big swoop in them, or a lot of knots or burls or things like that on them. So not ideal material to be running through a firewood processor, so that is also affecting our production rate. I'm really looking forward to getting through the rest of our logs so that we can actually order a nice log truck load of firewood pole grade logs to run through this machine, because I think our production is going to go through the roof if we can start getting some more uniformly sized material. Like if you look at the log deck behind me, we've got big logs, small logs, medium sized logs, crooks in them, and just kind of all over the board. So that really kind of keeps you from getting into a rhythm. Speaking of the logs that we took out of our woods, I want to go show you. We made a pretty big dent in that pile. Now this log pile used to come out to right about here, And so we've made all the way to where the log pile is now. Now, not all of that we've done since we've gotten the Evo. We did some of that with the old Japa and the 37D. I would say since we got the Evo, I want to say the log pile was probably right about here. So we've gone through from here all the way to where the log pile is now. And if you look, here's just how much we have left. We still got a decent bit left, and there's some, you know, big logs in here. Like that's probably a 22-inch beech log. I don't know if we'll run that through the processor or not. That might be one for the Eastonmade Evo, but that's the other nice thing about this machine is it gives me a lot more flexibility to run a lot more of these logs through the processor. The Japa, you can only run 14-inch logs, so a lot of these with that old processor would have had to have gone through the Eastonmade 37D, and now a lot of these I can run through the Evo. Now, as far as utilizing labor effectively, I don't think I need 2 guys stacking. I don't think the dump trailer ever started to back up on them. I think they stayed pretty well ahead of it. So I think I could probably pull one of those guys off of stacking and train one of them to run the Eastonmade Evo. That way I can get off of the Evo and I can hop in the excavator and keep the log deck loaded. I can hop on the Baumalight mini skid and keep full totes getting pulled out of here and empty totes brought back in. And then, you know, that's not a full-time job right there. I can then, you know, once I get caught up unloading the live deck and moving totes around where they need to be, then I could actually hop back into the processor, or I could go stack too. So yeah, we're still kind of fine-tuning the process and figuring everything out, but yeah, 2 cords in 3 hours, including cleanup and stacking to a finished product. I think that worked out pretty well. You'll probably be seeing a lot more of Wayne and Brent here in future videos when we're doing firewood. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.